Y'all, this is the building of our closest post office. It's about to close though. I just happened to walk by going to the store and I see the notice of that they're gonna tear it down. This has been a good post office for me. I've been over here for 12 years. At times lately here, the employees were really combative at times. They harass you and bully you, so it's sort of like a bittersweet. Like, I don't know. Because I was always so nice to them. And so I really never understood why they would even act mean at times when they did. But they did at times. And I began to, deal with it and just, because I don't know, I felt like reporting them wasn't going to be the supervisor they had in there. She was letting them do stuff to you, mean stuff. And again, I'm very nice, just very nice. And they did it more to black people. I'm a black woman, because you see how nice they were to white people or other races of people. But it was always good having a post office right here, so I'm still going to miss it. Like I said, because even when they were mean, it's like it's my post office. I am an American here. This is my U.S. post office. I live here, and I can come down the street to my post office. It's literally right down the street from my house. So I would still come down and handle my business and, do the things I needed to do, and just stay focused. Which I always stay focused. Like I said, that was a challenge, is that I know I never did anything wrong to them. And that's why I could never understand why they would just pick, and it was the black people a lot of times that were picking, and sometimes it was the Asian woman that was picking, and they really never done nothing to her. Because sometimes I feel like Asians are getting picked on by black people. So she was, though, the aggressor and always picking on you. But to tell on her, they would be looking at the black woman. So just so, such a dynamic situation. They closed the door while I was in there, and then I was heading out. They didn't tell me they had locked the door or nothing. I ran right into the, I was going out. I didn't run into anything because the door was open when I came in. It was supposed to be open when I came out. And they had shut it. So they put something in the way of me. They blocked me in, where all I know is I was heading out, then my head was hurt. I had to go to the hospital from here. So it's been challenges here. Challenges that I really should not have had to deal with at a post office, a U.S. government post office. But, when you have nerve pain and asthma, when you have different medical issues going on, and then you want to have to try to fight them. I'm not saying physically fight. I'm talking about just advocate for yourself. And you already know the post office is going to try to cover their own self and act like they didn't do nothing, even though stuff was on camera a lot. But, so again, it's a bittersweet to it all that they're, closing. I'm most definitely going to miss them, in the point that, they've been here. So that's going to be interesting, and then miss that I can run down the street to my post office. But thank God we have other post offices in the area. Thank God I have a car if I really need to just get to a post office. And God is good. But I seen this, and I'm actually just on my way to the store. But I said, well, let me go ahead and videotape and my thoughts, my emotions of this post office in the name of Jesus. And it's sad that, but for black women, and you all know my show, racism against black women. Maybe I'll actually play this for maybe one of my shows. In the show of racism against black people, a simple trip to the post office can turn into and you'd be like, oh my God, I was just going to the post office, doing regular business. Anybody knows me know I'm very nice. I'm not, but it's sad that when you're nice, you have people that receive that, and then you have people that will use that to bully you. And again, on the streets is one thing. My challenge always is, like I tell you always, with customer service. People are getting paid to do a job, and then this is for the federal government that's not supposed to discriminate against your race, against your disabilities, not supposed to discriminate against that you're a woman, not supposed to discriminate against that you're a black woman. And I'm telling you, throughout the years of coming here, oh Jesus, some of the staff here and the black staff. And things you had to endure with them just picking on you, giving you half service, not wanting to help you half the time, talking about you, right? And, just doing stuff to pick with you, almost like they wanted to hurt you, bullying you, harassing you. I know the day when they shut the door, so again, I came in, it's a walk breeze. It's a walk breeze right here. You can see the walk breeze way up in there. There's a walk breeze. So when you open it, you're just supposed to slide, right through. And they had slid it. I guess, because all I know is when I went to go out, next thing I know, my head, I'm like, what happened? No one had said they slid the door shut. No one was standing at the door. So I'm hurt. I already had this business. I'm hurt. And then the lady tried to lie and say, because so my thing is I'm trying to get to the hospital to make sure I'm okay. They didn't care about my health. She was trying to get me to sign a paper, and I was saying, ma'am, right now it's when we get to the hospital, my medical thing. And then she said, well, I'm going to tell them you just didn't want to sign it. And I said, ma'am, you're lying. That's not true. And then when somebody else asked something, and I told them, I remember I turned my camera on because I believe in turning our camera on for safety. We do have a legal right to turn this camera on to be safe. And when you're a black woman, you're going to find you need to turn your camera on a lot to be safe because people are not going to believe you as a black woman. As a black woman, they're just going to figure out, they're going to think it comes from the slavery theory. It comes from them having a negative thought of black women. It comes from, as we talk about on my show, racism against black women, or how they see black women as the low bottom of the totem pole and the rich white man. So now we don't see ourselves like that. We love ourselves. But I'm saying how society, especially American society, meaning they will accommodate to the rich white man and they look down on us black women. They always think they have that slavery mentality where they accuse us of lying or they're always suspicious of us or something. So you have to turn your videotape on. You have to have your video camera on just for your protection, for your proof, because they will lie on you and then people will believe their lie because they just figure you're a black woman, so you're probably lying and it's sad. So you have to have your camera on. And so anyway, she's trying to get me to sign a paper. I'm sick. They just hit my head on the window, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to wait for the ambulance to come because when I asked them to, they didn't do nothing. So I had to call the ambulance myself, and I left from here in the ambulance out of this post office. The ambulance came in. The ambulance parked right there, and then the ambulance came in and got me, and I was back up in that part, back up in there, and so the ambulance had to come and get me and stuff. And so, like I said, then and I told her, so ma'am, my head hurt, I'm sick, and because my head just hit, something, I walked in, I should be able to walk right back out to that breezeway, and on my way out, and I just walked out, and something all of a sudden was in the walkway that wasn't there when I walked in, and so I was telling them, she said, well, I'm going to say you didn't want to sign the paper. And I'm like, that's not true. You're lying on me. And then I think somebody else asked something or something. And I turned the camera, right. And then that's when I was saying that she is lying, trying to say that I said I didn't want to sign anything. And then she lied again. This is a black woman now. The black woman is in charge of this place. So that's the trouble all I was experiencing here. You have the black person who's over this site constantly lying. So you're not going to, who you going to report stuff to? Because she's going to lie and fabricate papers and lie on papers and say she didn't see nothing and didn't nothing happen and go wrong. So she lied again, So like I said, but y'all know I'm a Christian. I love God. I believe in still treating people right because I never did treat nobody wrong for why I started experiencing that negative treatment here in the first place. Think some places they get bored of their job. They don't like their job. They just start picking on people. And I guess I was one of the ones that just, I think, you all know I ran for president of the United States of America. And I know early on, it was one I would connect with, one of the other Asian ladies. So she was pretty nice in most cases. I would connect with, I haven't seen her lately, I noticed. And we would, I was running for president, active in the community. And I think one of the black ladies, and I gave her one of my sheets of social media. I think I probably shouldn't have done that. Because sometimes I wonder if she followed me on social media. And sometimes you have to watch when people follow you on social media. And you interact with them daily. Because they're so busy watching your social media, if they don't agree with your thoughts or what you're doing on social media, they will actually then act that out in dealing with you on a day-by-day basis. And you don't even really know they're watching social media. And even if they are watching social media, you have the right to your own opinions and thoughts. And they work in the U.S. Post Office. So even if they don't agree with you on any of your thoughts, which again, I don't have any bad thoughts, I'm not doing anything wrong. But even if they don't see things the same way, they're not supposed to in their job scope. In their job scope, you work at the U.S. Post Office, you're not supposed to use that time to bully me or harass me or talk bad about me when I come in or pick on me, you know what I'm saying? And so sometimes I wondered if sometimes that stuff was going on. I write different people, prominent people, and I noticed one of the black guys noticed of who I write, which I thought that was odd. But I'm just sort of like, that's not really that person's business to be pointing out who I'm sending my mail to. It's almost like he pointed it out. I don't know. I mean, really, I don't know his mindset, but I just know that was privacy. Again, this is in your job scope. We're not at home. We're not on the street. In your job scope, which my mail is private. You're not supposed to be discussing my mail. So in this job scope, he pointed out who I wrote to and then started talking to me about the person. And sometimes my mail wasn't getting that. Now, that's what really got alarming to me. Sometimes my mail wasn't getting to people. I don't know if they were holding my mail to the side. My grandmother passed away. I was trying to get something out there. It never got to her till after the funeral. It was just sad, and that really hurt. So then I learned just for my mail, I had to make sure I took pictures and video of me turning in mail here, and then making sure, checking with people to make sure they got the mail. Which sometimes is scary because sometimes I'm sending government papers in or whatever, and I did certified mail a lot, but you just had to pray and hope that the mail even got there, because you don't even know if someone would just take your mail purposely and lay it to the side. So just a lot of stuff going on that should not have been going on at the U.S. Post Office. So like I said, as I walk past this place, like I said, it becomes a bittersweet. Like I said, I seen the notice of the sign that they're going to be demolishing it, So I was like, okay, I'm on my way to the store. And I was like, well, let me take a picture of it, because I know one lady, I even think she may have lied to me, because when I was there, gosh, it's been a while, earlier this month in January, just to get a money order. And this is the black lady that I wonder if be on my social media, tracking me. And always can be mean and go in and out, just talk about me right in front of my face when I'm there. But again, I'm staying focused, keeping the peace, because I know any move I make, it can be seen as wrong. And then they could try to blame me for something. So I just stay quiet. So when I was last there earlier, and she was saying they didn't have money orders, they weren't going to have money orders, and they were closing on January 22nd. Now I've noticed since January 22nd, I was on my way to the store again, because again, I have a car, but I walk around in my neighborhood. I don't tend to worry about driving in my neighborhood. One, good exercise and walking, and so I tend to walk down. And I was walking to the store, and when I walked past here, I noticed people were still going in, and it looked like the lobby was open. So I was like, did this lady lie to me? Did she go as far as to lie to me because she didn't even want me to? I mean, just fictitious stuff, just lying and harassing and bullying, just stuff like that for no reason, you know. But again, I didn't need to go to those because I had already told myself, if I need to go to the post office, I'm still just going to keep going there until I actually see the sign that says it's closed and the door's not opening. You know what I'm saying? Because I have already built up and known that I cannot believe, especially what she tells me. You know, because this lady attacks me. You never know what mood she's in. She has natural hair. So at first we connected on the natural hair part, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know. She was just in and out. I began to notice that about her. And then I began to notice, I guess sometimes she knew I was still in there, she didn't care. She would just be talking about me, just out and open. Sometimes how I knew she was on social media, she'd be talking about subjects that maybe I may have just done a video on or something. And I've been a speaker all my life. I ran for political offices all my life, ever since I was a child. I have been politically active all my life. I have been a speaker on encouraging people to love themselves and go after life, and cheering on people, you know, because I hate to see people sad, because people bullying people and being mean to people. So, which is so ironic, because that's what I talk a lot about, is encouraging people to keep shining and not let people who try to bully you and harass you. And this is exactly what I experienced at this post office constantly, you know, when I came here. So anyway, you know, but I just hadn't had the need to come here, whether they're still open or not. But again, so let me date this, since I spent this time talking about it. And I probably will play this, you all, for my racism against black women, because it is another example of black women going to a regular place, your post office, your regular U.S. post office, that you would expect to get treated right. And I spent a lot of money at this post office, you know, and it's sad, because you would think, because they knew of me, I've been here all these years, that I would actually get good treatment. White people, most of the time, when they've been going to the same store, same place for years, well, first of all, white people don't already get good accommodation treatment. Non-black people tend to get good treatment, especially white people. They get the real good treatment. Now, if they've been going to the same store, same post office for 12 years, the people know, oh, they really don't get good treatment. So here I am, a black woman. I've been going to this post office for years and spent lots of money at this post office. And the way the people treated you there, black people now, and that's where it really gets sketchy. I be telling y'all about this racism against black women, you know, and that's why for some white people, I'd be like, no, white people, we're not just talking about you. No non-black people, we're not just talking about you. We black women deal with racism from their own people, sometimes more than they do it from the other people. And I guess it's even more even hurtful, because you're like, you're a black woman, you experience racism, and then you're putting and you're doing that to me, you know. Just weird, you know. But let me date this. So today is January 28th, 2022. January 28th, 2022 is Friday. Let's go Rams. We're getting ready for the Rams to play the 49ers, where hopefully our Rams end up in the Super Bowl. And like I said, I was just walking down the street from my house. I'm headed down to the store, and I seen the notice that they're going to tear the building down. And that made me, you know, think about taking my pictures and do my video and just to share my feelings on what I've experienced here. You know, it's hard for black women to talk out, to speak out. We can't always speak out on what people are doing to us, because one, people don't believe us. And then even if they believe us, then they still will just figure, well, you did something. You know, you did something wrong for what they did. You know, so, you know, then who wants to go through all that? I mean, now you're being bullied and harassed all over again by strangers. You know, it's bad enough you had to experience the bad treatment at the post office all these years, and now you're experiencing it by strangers that don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? But I feel led, especially now since they're closing, you know, to at least lay out my feelings. And then on this show, racism against black women, just, you know, talk about again the example, this is just an example of when I say, talk about racism against black women and just in our daily activities of negative treatment that and harassment and bullying that we deal with. But, we just have to stay prayed up. I'm a Christian, so I love God. So we love the people, we pray for them, we stay calm, and we keep doing what we gotta do. So I was just coming to the post office, focus on the key thing I need to do like I always had, and worry about when they harass me or talk bad about it. And then when I see me listen to, I just got to points of humility, and I just, came out. But the bigger picture of that is I shouldn't have had to experience that. And that's the thing, black women are experiencing things that other races of women, that non-black women do not experience. Black women are having to live with and deal with things that we should not have to deal with. But for our own safety, as a black woman, to be safe, we deal with it so that, we stay safe, basically. So when people harassing you, you just stay quiet. You don't say nothing in most cases, and you just go on and scurry around, do what you got to do and hurry and get out their way. That's what I learned. Just scurry around and hurry and get out their way. And then y'all know I'm your girl, Michelle Hope Walker. I'm a comedian, personality, actor, actress, So I just learned, because you got to stay focused on your bigger picture. God has a blessing for us. God has something for us to do. So we also got to stay prayed up. Now I'm on the spiritual level. We have to stay prayed up because you got that demonic spirit that will try to get you caught up on people being racist against you, people doing this to you, and then you lose the focus of your big pictures you need to be focused on. So you need to focus on your big picture of things you got to do. But don't get me wrong. We do get attorneys when it gets to a certain point. I've always documented everything now. You always write down who, what, the time, you keep receipts, video and everything. You now a log of different stuff that's going on. Because if it comes to that point that you need to sue, you got everything written down. You got stuff. You got some, But then also when you're disabled like me, you can't be doing all this typing online. You can't be doing all this, you have nerve pain. So some stuff you just forfeit. You just like, what I'm saying? Unless it just gets so deep that you just, you just have to stay prayed up. Sometimes for me, long as God has me alive and I'm able to keep moving, I just keep moving in the name of Jesus. And I just keep doing the name of Jesus, what God's calling me to do, and stay focused on my big picture in life of what I need to do. But again, this just has been an example, again, of negative treatment, bullying, harassment that black women deal with on a daily basis, even just at a simple U.S. post office and trying to get customer service at a post office, and then by their own black people. Next to the Asian woman, she would go in a lot, and they would let her go in on me. They would, and most definitely you didn't want to say that to her, because then they'd be saying black woman trying to do something wrong to an older Asian woman, and you're like, no, do you know what this Asian woman just said and did to me? But then who's going to believe you now? You know what I'm saying? Where even sometimes it got to the point that even though she would do a lot of mean stuff sometimes and just say anything to you, I got to realize that at least sometimes she would get your paperwork right, and if she mailed something off for you, it got there. So I said, well, she might, do all these things to you, but the other ones, sometimes you don't know if that mail got there. You don't even know if they put your mail aside. It was just so scary because you never knew what was going to happen to your mail when you came here. But anyway, so let me wrap this up. Y'all know I like to keep it under 30, and it's already 24 minutes. But again, I was just walking past, going to the store. I'm your girl, Michelle Hope Walker. This is the show Racism Against Black Women. And I just decided to go ahead and record my thoughts since I see they're going to be tearing the building down. And then since I already do a show, Racism Against Black Women, that's race and basis the key thing I experienced it. Because if I was a black woman, I wouldn't have experienced none of this negative stuff. And then there's always a money piece in there, I'll tell you all, because if you're a black woman, like if you're VP Kamala Harris, you're not going to experience this, you know what I'm saying? If you're Beyonce, you're not going to experience it, So then there's the money part to it too. So black women who, everybody's judging you on their own life judgment, So if they feel like you don't have a lot of money, or whatever the case might be, but they tend to then mistreat black women who they feel don't have a lot of money or power. Again, because people relate power with money. If they feel like you don't have a lot of money, if you don't have a lot of power, so they treat you how they want to treat you. So black women got to deal with that. But I'm your girl, Michelle Hope Walker. You all know I always like to close on something positive. So black women, regardless if it's at your post office, your grocery store, whatever place you have to go to day by day to just get needs met and do different things, and they're mistreating you because you're a black woman. They wouldn't be doing this to no other race of woman, especially wouldn't be doing it to a white woman. We always have to put in white women, I love you, but we always have to put that up there because the thing at the top, because the thing is, white women, we're saying is everybody should be treated fair. You should not, white woman, rich white man, get treated the best because of the color of your skin and your gender. We all should be treated like the rich white man. Money, your skin color, and your gender should not determine the customer service you receive. Hey, I need to coin that, and that's so true. Because I've heard it said before, but I still just said it very eloquently, didn't I? And it's so true. How much money you have, the color of your skin, and your gender should not determine the level of customer service that you get. Meaning, someone should not look at you and be like, oh, well, I'm not going to give them good customer service because this is a black woman that don't look like she got a lot of money. And like I tell y'all, I got a little medical, different things going on, so I keep some bags on me. But I got a home. I'm a good person. I'm an educated person. I just, something happened to me. I would make sure I got my asthma stuff on me. I got things straight. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, y'all. Other races of women are carrying bags all the time. Sometimes I be seeing them carry the big old garbage bags because they did all the recycling. Nobody is mistreating this woman who is not black. And she got 3 and 4 bags and big bags in her hand. So that's where it also goes back to racism against black women carrying bags. Because you can be a rich white man and carry as many bags you want to. Everybody's going to feel like, oh, he's doing something, or he just left me shopping, And you can be a non-black woman carrying almost as many bags you want to. Again, they're just going to assume, they're handling business away. It's only when it gets to us, the black woman, when we have bags, the first thought that comes in some of the people's minds, I'm not saying all, because a lot of you all are good and you treat everybody fair. And I love you all, those people that treat everybody fair. You don't go negative on the black woman. And that's this conversation we're talking about, is because it's okay if when people see a black woman and get happy and treat us very nice and loving and kind. Oh, that's what we want. But we're talking about when people see the black woman and mistreat the black woman, bully the black woman, harass the black woman, treat the black woman bad, and then the black woman's safety becomes concerned, because then they even go to the point of trying to accuse the black woman of doing something wrong from her mere presence, from her mere existence in that space. They will accuse her of doing something wrong because they just don't even want the black woman in the space right there. Or they don't want the black woman where they can see the black. I'm telling y'all, I know it gets deep like that. But anyway, so let's wrap it up on something good. So black woman, God loves you. You're going to be okay. From post offices to stores and wherever else you go. And like I said now, you're going to make sure you write down your detailed information if somebody does something to you. So if you need to sue, you do that. But we love ourselves. We're beautiful. We're smart. And there are a lot of people out there that cheer us on. But number one, we love ourselves and we want to cheer ourselves on. And you keep handling your business. Stay focused on your bigger picture. Don't let these people upset you. And that's why I always pray when I see on TV, and they showed them what the black woman got upset, but they don't ever show what they did to the black woman. I'm like, no, wait a minute. Who upset the black woman? That black woman just didn't go off for no reason. Who upset? What made the black woman go behind the counter? You know what I'm saying? Because people will do some stuff to you, but they don't show what the other races did to the black woman. They just show the black woman going off. But so black women, don't go off. Stay prayed up. Keep it moving and get your turn if you need to. I'm your girl, Michelle Hope Walker, and you have been watching Racism Against Black Women. God bless.